Hello everybody, welcome back in for some more Star Trek Online, the Borg content. We're in episode 6 here. Joining us with our chat on Twitch. Say hello everybody in Twitch. So last time we left off, we were encountering the Tal Shiar in our efforts to correct some of the information that has been sent to us and really kind of sending us in the wrong way. We got a lot more levels up for our Borg captain and the crew of the Borg assimilated Juggernaut 001. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the game and continue for this next episode. Yeah, I stopped that. Okay. So we have to go to Drozana Station in the Beta Quadrant and find out why things are acting funky. I hate this bridge, though. The default bridge on this ship, no, it does not work for me. Give me a Borg ship! A Borg bridge. Which I guess the Borg don't really have a bridge, per se, but come on, y'all can work with me here. Alright, Drozana Station. Drozana Station is an old Federation deep space station located in the midst of the Federation Klingon neutral zone. Over a century of warfare has taken its toll on the station, which has changed hands many times. It is currently a dilapidated trading hub managed by Ferengi. Alright, we got some other players here. This is a social hub, too. This ship is...
Welcome to Drozana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find it all here. And don't forget the 77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for it.
Yeah, this ship is literally falling apart. Okay, double load. Kind of surprising. Well, since we're in a social hub, let's get a social pet. Species 3259, Alliance designation Vulcan. Data core entry. Despite the presence of a number of elements of positive cultural distinctiveness, 3259 has predominantly failed in conflict with other species due to negative cultural distinctiveness. Technology blah 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 2 eliminates these weaknesses. Model predicts that 3259 in possession of this technology would elevate from a Class 1 assimilation priority to a Class 4 threat, with a 0.0731% chance of meaningful impediment of expansion. Examples of technologies, bunch of zeros too, are required to maintain distance of at least... and it goes on. Alright, we need to speak with Sub-Commander Nadil. Or Talmera, not Nadil. Nice place, if a bit dirty. Can play Dabo. There we go.
Was there something you needed?
Could I get your opinion on some Tal Shiar files?
Tal Shiar files? I'm sure there's a good story behind how you came into possession of these. Let's see what you have.
Here are the files. What do you think?
What sort of information do you need? Personally, I'd regard anything given to you by a Tal Shiar operative with suspicion. They are masters of misinformation and misdirection.
I need to fact-check these documents. Some of the information in them doesn't seem to line up.
We can do that. Show me what you have and what parts of them are troubling you.
Start with the Child Talk intelligence file.
I've seen some interesting works of fiction, but nothing that compares to this. Deton and Lortrix working together on a Riemann mining colony? I don't think so. Can you see Deton in a dilithium mine? And Lortrix was storing weapons for Deton? Why? There have to be better places we can stash supplies than in an enemy colony. And this section about Deton working with Klingons to target colonies for terrorist attacks is ridiculous. Neither Deton or the Empire would do such a thing. The Klingons may be warlike, but they won't engage a civilian target without a reason. I'm detecting that sections of the file have been altered. That's probably why it reads like a bad spy story.
Didn't make sense to me either.
According to my records, Deton was in contact with the Klingon Empire, but he was talking to them about which colonies needed agricultural aid. And there were weapons on Chalta, as you well know. But not only were they making weapons for the Hirogen, they were targeting Romulan militia targets, including the flotilla. Now, I didn't realize that Lortrix and Deton knew each other, but apparently they do. They interacted once during negotiations during a workers' strike at a Riemann mining facility. It's funny how people from such different worlds and outlooks can interact.
Can you cross-reference this file with our intelligence data to get some context?
Deton was talking to the Klingon Empire about colonies near our borders, but it wasn't to target them for attack. It was to discern which ones had the greatest need for agricultural assistance. A lot of the newer colonies are having a rough time trying to establish themselves. Deton believes that the more prosperous colonies have a responsibility to help support others. That's why he was talking to the Empire. He was asking if they would be willing to assist as well. Unfortunately, once the rumor of terrorist attacks entered the mix, the High Council broke off aid talks. And I'm not surprised that Lortrix was aiming weapons at our targets, although I don't think he was doing so at the request of the Hirogen. The Tal Shiar has a way of getting into everything, and we know that they were monitoring that colony. The Tal Shiar operative could have manipulated Lortrix into aiming some of the weapons at Romulan Republic targets. If they were fired, then we'd lose big, and a neutral colony would be blamed for the attack.
And but getting that upset about it was just so patient to get that upset. It was my bullet journal, but geez, that mood swing gave you whiplash. I'm sorry.
Also, I think it was a coincidence that Deton and Lortrix were acquainted. Lortrix once worked for the Riemann Mining Cooperative, but he wasn't exactly a model employee. In fact, he was one of the leaders of a strike that turned violent. The Riemanns brought in a group of negotiators to help end the crisis. Deton was one of the people they invited. He helped negotiate a settlement, and Lortrix was one of the representatives of the workers during those negotiations. I doubt they've ever spoken to one another again once the strike ended.
Yo! Cat Creed! Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Welcome in. Ready to see us assimilate more species? What do you make of all these changes?
I think the Tal Shiar are conducting quite an effective smear campaign against Deton and our movement. It's our responsibility to see through their deceptions.
Can I show you another file?
We can do that. Show me what you have and what parts of them are troubling you.
Here's the Vernat intelligence file. You were supposed to be done not getting started.
I'm detecting several abnormalities in this file. It looks like portions of it have been altered. We should corroborate these reports in order to determine which facts are actually true and which are Tal Shiar fabrications.
I don't know what to believe.
Here's what we know and can confirm from our files. Deton did smuggle crates to Vtuber before the attack on your colony, but they were carrying ship parts, not weapons. And he did more to help the colony without drawing excess attention. It was our group that helped your people get the water reclamation equipment they needed to support a healthy population. And yes, We spent a great deal of time and money gathering information about both the Federation and the Klingon Empire. But we're not planning an attack. Why would we? Instead, we're gathering all the intel we can about the political climates of both factions.
Can you cross-reference this file with our intel to provide context?
Deton has been working with colony leaders for years, including the Maori and others at Vtuber. However, since the Empress and the Tal Shiar often retaliate against people who are friendly to our movement, in the past, we've tried to keep those contacts as quiet as possible. Your colony had some talented engineers who were willing to help flotilla ships. Deton provided crates full of ship parts, smuggled from other friendly settlements. Your engineers repaired Allied ships who needed help. But Deton is a man of peace. I can't ever see him wanting to smuggle weapons, especially not to a civilian site. Of course, because the people at Vtuber risked their safety to help our ships, Deton helped them in return. One of the ways the Tal Shiar keeps control over colony worlds is by denying or diverting needed supplies. Before the attack, Vtuber's population had outgrown its water treatment capabilities. They tried to acquire another water filtration unit, but were blocked by lost shipments, denied paperwork, and other bureaucratic hassles. It could have meant disease and deprivation for your people. So the Maori reached out to Deton. He provided the water reclamation equipment Vtuber needed, and even helped the colonists conceal it so it couldn't be damaged in a convenient accident. And yes, we do spend a great deal of time and effort gathering intel on both Starfleet and Klingon Empire, but we're not studying their defenses. We're learning about their political climates. Our relationships with the Klingons and Starfleet are still very fragile. They're being strengthened by people like you. But a shift in attitudes on the High Council or the Federation Council could mean disaster for us. The more we know about what's happening, the better we can react to it.
Drozana has interesting mood lighting all of a sudden. What do you make of all these changes?
I'm not saying that Deton is a complete innocent. None of us are. The political information could be used to sway decisions in our favor. The ship part and water reclamation equipment were smuggled illegally. But you have to look at the intent behind Deton's actions. He's trying to help people, not tear them down.
Can I show you another file?
We can do that. Show me what you have and what parts of them are troubling you.
Here's the King Kuthanza intelligence file.
Huh. I didn't realize that the Tal Shiar had transferred prisoners to the King Kuthanza system penal colony. Probably because there isn't a penal colony in the King Kuthanza system. That's not the only discrepancy I'm detecting in this file. There's distinct signs of tampering. We need to figure out what they altered, and why.
I saw discrepancies as well.
Here's what I know. Most Tal Shiar prisoners fall off the grid completely. We don't know where they're taken, or what's being done to them, and that troubles Deton a great deal. We have, however, heard of a Tal Shiar facility called Installation 18 that appears to be a holding facility. Some prisoners would likely be taken there. As far as I know, your friend's sister has never been in the Phoeban system, much less been captured there. We did lose a militia ship there a few weeks ago, and one of my agents, Sub-Commander Avron, is still in Tal Shiar custody. Avron was trying to steal supplies from a Tal Shiar convoy when he was captured. It was risky, but they had critical supplies we couldn't get any other way.
Can you cross-reference this file with our intelligence to gain some context?
We don't know what the Tal Shiar is doing with their prisoners, but a lot more people are missing than we can account for. We have, however, found several references to a place called Installation 18. We're still tracking down where this facility is and what they're doing there, but we know that prisoners are taken there for an unknown purpose. Rina Kev hasn't shown up on any of our lists of the missing, but I have found references to someone with that name being a crew member on a cargo transport. As far as I know, the ship she was working on has never been to the Theban system. But if your friend can't find her, I'd be concerned. The Tal Shiar has a nasty habit of making people disappear. We did lose a ship in the Theban system recently, a small scout vessel. Its commander was one of my agents, and we have confirmed that Sub-Commander Avron is being held in Tal Shiar custody. Sub-Commander Avron was there doing reconnaissance for me. Tal Shiar convoys pass through that region of space, and there was one convoy that had vital supplies we need. The plan was a long shot at best, but Avron knew the risks when he took the assignment. Now that Avron is in custody and the convoy has made it safely to its destination, all we can do is try to figure out how to soldier on without the components that were in those ships.
What do you make of all these changes?
Did Datan know about the plan to attack a Tal Shiar convoy? Yes. Does that make us criminals and terrorists? That's something you're going to have to decide for yourself. We can do that. Show me what you have and what parts of them are troubling you.
What do you make of all this?
We're fighting for our independence and the future of the Romulan race. We're short on supplies and allies and beset by enemies that see nothing wrong with murder, torture, and kidnapping. And they call us the terrorists. We've had to make some difficult decisions. Some of them have led us down roads that none of us wanted to take. But nothing we've done is anything as terrible as what the Tal Shiar is accusing Datan of doing. There are no innocents in a war, and that includes Datan. At least his motivations are clear. And I can't see what the Tal Shiar has to gain by framing him for these crimes.
Thank you for your help.
Captain, Jarva's convinced that these files are genuine. She wouldn't be pushing us this hard otherwise. We need to sit down and show her the discrepancies we've discovered, preferably in front of a Tal Shiar computer, so we can open her eyes to the truth.
If we contact her and say we're ready to join the Tal Shiar, but we need to discuss these files first, maybe she'll take us somewhere where we can prove to her that she's been lied to. There's a subspace communications hub in the lounge on Drozana Station's observation level that we can use to contact Jarva.
Okay. But first, since our other pet disappeared. Alright, species 5618, Alliance designation human. Data core entry, subspecies variant 5618-2 has significant distinctiveness in genetic code. Distinctiveness incompatible with natural selection suggests intentional modification of genetic material consistent with technology 000-178-324-124-112. No distinctiveness capable of application across a simulated species. Technology class defunct with class 2 potential if... Yeah, they're talking about augments.
I wasn't expecting to hear from you so soon. Are you ready to join the Tal Shiar?
I'm ready to join you and the Tal Shiar.
I take it that everything I provided checked out to your satisfaction?
Mostly, but I want to go over the data you sent. I need assurances that it's genuine.
That's a fair request. The Tal Shiar maintains a clandestine network of satellites throughout the quadrant. There's a listening post that's part of this network in the Aja system. It's near your current position and off the trade routes, so we should be able to meet privately. It's also connected to the rest of the Tal Shiar network, so we can go over the data in detail. I'm glad you've seen the light. You're joining the right side.
I'll see you there. Captain, before we leave Drozana Station, you should consider Commander Talmera. She might have more information about the Asia system.
Was there something you needed?
Do you know anything about the Asia system?
It's remote and has little strategic value. If you're planning some shore leave after this is over, I'd suggest you go to Ryza instead.
So the Asia system.
I can tell you, you're probably flying into a trap. The Tal Shiar invests a great deal of time and effort to spin a web of lies. They don't look favorably on people who try to expose them for what they are. If you're going to go, at least take some backup.
Can you contact Starfleet and organize that for me?
That won't be too difficult. You've made a lot of friends. Send out a subspace burst if you need some assistance in the Aza system. They'll be waiting for your signal.
If you run into any roadblocks, talk to Captain Harvson. He's proved himself to be a worthwhile ally. Who spawned a Jackal Mastiff on me? Whose Jackal Mastiff is this? Okay, sure. Alright. Might as well do more duty officer stuff. Critical success on that one. Recruitment I can do. Diplomatic. That's science. There we go. Parse subspace telescope data. That's engineering. Just don't have the... Oh! Experimental pistol upgrades. Sounds good. Military... nothing I can do. Exploration... do anything there. Don't have the duty officers. Espionage. Space rocks fall, everyone dies. Interrogation resistance program. Should be good. Medical. Treatment for minor chest pains. We just need some medical provisions. Medical supplies. You roll characters, but you can only roll goblin eyes. That'd be interesting campaign. Colonial. Review colonial applications for the Arcanus arm. And that's it. Okay. Alright. Aja. Aja in Eta Eridani is an orange star that hosts several research stations and facilities. The establishment of multiple habitation areas means that this system sees a great deal of traffic, including neutral parties and the occasional hostile raider. And away we go to the Aja system.
Captain, we're detecting another ship in the system. It's Charva's ship, the IRW Aethra. They're signaling to us that Charva has already beamed over to the listening post, and that you and I should join her. But they say only us. We can't take a full away team.
Well, let's grab this stuff first. Yeah, I don't mind if I patrol the system real quick, make sure it's just us. And collect some goodies. I'm wondering if this is one of the missions that bugs if I go over here. Or maybe not. There was one mission in the game where you start on one side of a planet, and you continue the mission, you beam down, and then when you beam back up, you're on the other side of the planet. But the space area had 4 plots like this. And so if you're doing like what I do, which is collect all the little resource gathering plots, and you go to the other side of the planet, it triggers that section of the mission, and it bugs the entire mission, because you've gone out of order. I'm gonna be so glad when we get better engines. The engines that we want. Because the engines that we want, it's gonna give a boost to full impulse. We're coming, we're coming. That's all we gotta do. Move forward, beam down. Bob's your uncle. Molly's your aunt. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Somebody was posting on the website that this Maelstrom Triforlite torpedo launcher, like the first one you get, it's account bound, and then when you get it from the event store, it's character bound. So if you get it and you put it in your count bank, you can technically get a second one for a character. That was interesting.
I hope we're able to make Charva see reason. She doesn't seem willing to accept that Tal Shiar is at the root of many of the problems of the Romulan people. It's not going to be easy to convince her.
Okay, let me just grab this real quick. Oh, this is bright. You don't mind if I check around, make sure you're actually alone, do you? I hate that I'm not getting dilithium anymore.
I am so glad to hear that you are considering my offer of joining the Tal Shiar. They offer safety and stability to all Romulans. You will not regret your decision.
Toe and I would like to work more closely with you. But first I need to go over some of this data with you.
I cannot blame you for wanting to do your due diligence. Seeing as you are about to join our ranks, I do not think the Tal Shiar would mind if we took a look at some of the intelligence files used to generate the reports I gave you. Just do not tell any of my superiors that we did this. You do not have clearance yet.
Of course not. Realigning the satellite network to focus on Elysian. Let's see what the Tal Shiar library has to say about this world.
This cannot be right.
What can't be right?
It appears as if some of the information that was included in the report I gave you does not line up with what is here. Several of the facts have been changed either here or in the report, and the results skew any conclusions that could be drawn.
We should check another file. Focusing the subspace relays on Viranet. And now we can see the recorded evidence.
But I thought...
What's wrong?
These recordings don't line up with the report either. What's going on here? Who could have tampered with this evidence?
We still have one more file to check. Changing targeting information to King Kuthanza. Where will we find this time?
Has this file been tampered with?
What do you mean?
This is the same story as the others. This evidence doesn't match the report I shared with you. You knew about this, didn't you? That's why you had me look at these files. Did you alter this data to make me look bad? Are you trying to sabotage my career with the Tal Shiar?
Promise you, I didn't change anything. Were you expecting someone else to join us? She looks so crestfallen. Well, what do we have here?
We were sent here by Commander Morris to take you into custody. You are accused of undermining the Romulan Empire and crimes unbefitting of a Romulan. Tovan Kev, you are accused of aiding a known fugitive and conspiring against the Tal Shiar. Charva, you are relieved of command of your ship, pending the outcome of a court-martial. If you're lucky. That's all that will happen to you for betraying the Tal Shiar.
I'm not going anywhere with you. One, two, three little piggies.
Return to our ship before the Tal Shiar send any more troops down here. Charva, you should come with us. You won't be safe with the Tal Shiar.
3 to beam up. Three more drones join the cause. I kind of wish there was a trait you could get that did a similar thing to what the augmented boarding party does, where if you kill a unit, it assimilates them and adds them as a drone, as a duty officer. But I know that would get out of hand pretty quick, because unlike the ships, they're not temporary.
I've been informed by my Tal Shiar superiors that you and Charva are now to be considered enemies of the state. My orders are to apprehend you, alive if possible, but dead will work almost as well. Surrender, and I will be merciful to your crew. Resist, and let their deaths be on your head.
You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. You'll need more than just one ship to take me down. You're still gonna need more. Still gonna need more. Damn, they said a whole fleet.
If you insist, how about a fleet of Tal Shiar warships? Will that convince you to surrender? Think of your crew. Spare them the pain and suffering this meaningless gesture will cause.
Didn't think I'd show up here alone, did you? Captain, our friends from Starfleet have checked in. They'll decloak at your signal. Send the subspace burst. Oh, Defiant classes. Sub-Commander Red Queen of the Borg Juggernaut 001 to all friendly vessels. The Tal Shiar are powering up weapons. Fire at will!
Captain, Sub-Commander Nadell is commanding the RRW Daehu. She has requested we transport Charva aboard so she can be taken to the proper authorities.
Welcome aboard. Is this the Tal Shiar prisoner?
Yes, this is Charva. I assume you'll want her
This
confined
way,
to the
please.
brig?
I'll leave you to it.
Sorry it's come to this, Charva. I hope you can see now that the Tal Shiar isn't what you thought they were.
No, they're doing what they can for our people. I was the one who failed to live up to their expectations. And you were the one who steered me wrong, just like Deton has done to you.
I'm sorry you feel that way. It's time to go, Tovin.
Captain, Charva was a close friend, and we couldn't even convince her of our cause. We need to find something substantial to expose the Tal Shiar.
I'm afraid you might be right.
Charva's alive, but I expect she's going to face a lot of questions from intelligence. But if we couldn't change her mind, what'll it take to convince the Romulan people? How do we gather the proof we need? For now, we've done all we can. I recommend we leave the system before any Tal Shiar reinforcements arrive.
Not right now. We can handle them if they do. Oh, come on, shit. This is why I like the Zinkethi ships so much. All Juggernauts in general tend to have terrible turn ratings, but the Zinkethi, like, fix that problem. What's wrong, Ronnie boy? Why you sulking? Why you be sulking? Hey, puppy. Hey, booty. That. Oof. Okay. Must go faster. Keep forgetting to check these. It says 90% inspiration though. Okay, now we
Charva's
can leave.
alive.
You've done commendable work exposing the duplicitous nature of the Tal Shiar, but there is still more work to be done in order to actually discover what they've been up to. It's a shame that Charva is resisting our efforts to turn her to our cause. Perhaps with enough time, she'll see the Tal Shiar for the traitors to the Romulan people that they really are. In any event, you are proving to be a formidable addition to this fleet.
Yeah, no wonder the Romulan Star Empire wants Borg tech.
Time is short. Congratulations, Commander.
We're being hailed by Admiral Kararek. On screen.
Congratulations. You've proven yourself to be invaluable to the Republic Navy and earned the respect of your fellow officers. Return to New Romulus. I would like to formally recognize your contributions to the Republic.
I'll be there soon. Thank you, Admiral. I'll return to New Romulus shortly. How far into the
It
story...
looks like you're about to be moving up in the galaxy. Based on your new familiarity with Tal Shiar operatives and their less-than-savory techniques, I passed your personnel file off to Republic Intelligence. I believe you've already met Commander Talmera. She'll be handling your work with them. Intelligence is very interested in your recent encounter with Charva. They think you're ready for some more clandestine assignments.
Use the Tal Shiar uniform. All right.
Time is short. What do you need of me? You'll find Commander Talmera on Drozana Station.
Oh, we got a ways to go before New Romulus. I guess we could still do both. Say they've had enough time to build up. Alright. Ooh, 2 more points. Perfect. Now, what do we want it in? Hull plating for some damage resistance. Yeah, let's get some hull plating. Plating, ablative hull plating. Oh, wait, we got another one. Commander section. Okay, we've got defensive subsystem tuning, subsystem power, weapons and engines, exotic particle generator, now long-range targeting systems, hull penetration or shield penetration. I think shield penetration's probably fits more with the Borg. Ground Good armor expert. Regeneration. Yeah, we want regeneration. Just that, and that gets us Furious Footwork or Fatal Fists. Attacking with melee grants you 20% run speed for 5 seconds, or attacking with melee inflicts a debuff of minus 20 damage resistance rating on any foe hit by your melee attack, which lasts for 5 seconds. I wonder if that counts with the Borg assimilation weapon. We'll go with that one. If so, then that's great. Alright, we got more traits. Let's go with... let's see, I don't have Orbital Strike yet. Yeah, let's go with Resilient. Physical and energy damage resistance. And then personal space. Do particle defense. Yeah, particle defense. That'll give us antiproton, polaron, and tetryon resistance. Very nice. Should be able to... Oh, did I not give you an extra deal? Okay, you have superior acute senses, superior android, superior creativity, and reboot. Let's give you resilient. Physical energy damage resistance. I didn't realize I hadn't done that. Alright, let's promote you. Promote you. Promote everyone. We have... Evan's just kind of there. Tova and Kev, since he kind of... I didn't realize he... Well, it doesn't matter. He's story mode anyway, so I don't really care. Alright, that should allow us to... finally train you in Nanite Health Monitor. Perfect. Sounds great. Let's get rid of that. This shield may be better than what we have. Paratronic shield array. It's not as good as a regenerative shield array, just better capacity. I don't need it. That, GLaDOS, Winter Mute. Do that. That there. Okay. Now, do our duty officers, just one. Do we have any diplomatic that we can do? Science. Scan particle geyser for methagenic particles. We're scanning for meth! I guess. Alright. Alright, let's... Oh. Oh, okay, perfect. New Romulus system. Let's just go there. Because those are going to be bugging me. So they've got enough time to get their buildings built. Beam to New Romulus. I don't want to beam to New Romulus. I want to beam to New Romulus Command. That's going to start the mission. So I don't have access to New Romulus Command yet. So it's technically not available yet. It's not there. Because if I beam to New Romulus, it's going to start the whole New Romulus story arc. Not really quite there yet. So let's go back to Drozana Station. Oh, straight through the planet! Oh wait, right, it's transport. Never mind.
Welcome to Drozana.
Yeah. Same spiel he always gives. Let's do another data core. Species 3259, Alliance designation Vulcan. Data core entry. Presence of species 3259 in a sector correlates with 19.4309% accelerated development of pre-warp species. Presence of species 3259 correlates with 34.9889% greater species resistance cohesion in a sector. The data clarity is weakened by persistent collocation of species 5618. Data suggests more influence of species 3259 on nearby species than is recorded in assimilated records of these species. Yet assimilated 3259 individuals have demonstrated clear widespread bias against covert manipulation. Inconclusive. That's a Klingon. Okay. You would think it would generate one of the same species that you unlock some more info on. You would think.
Was there something you needed?
Was ordered to report here by Sub-Commander Nadell.
I've been reviewing your personnel files. You've had quite the interesting career, haven't you?
I see.
Tell me about the time you've spent with Charva, and what you learned about the Tal Shiar.
The Tal Shiar are manipulative and deceitful. They even lie to their own operatives.
If you're willing, we can use the information you learned from Charva, as well as intel we've gathered in other operations, to help you infiltrate the Tal Shiar. You'd learn their secrets from the inside.
I could do it.
I've been informed through some covert channels that someone wants to talk to you. Next to the Dabo table, you will find a Ferengi looking around nervously. Approach him and say, "Think this wheel is rigged?" If he responds with, "Only if it still has factory settings," you'll know you've found the right person. Good luck, and let me know if I can help.
All right.
Can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum?
Think this wheel is rigged?
Only if it still has factory settings. There is a package for you. Look behind the plant near the bar in the back of this room. Well, what are you waiting for? Go get it!
Little goblin. Identity verified. Beginning playback.
I am Franklin Drake, and I
Oh.
represent an organization with goals in line with yours. You have proven yourself useful so far, but but there is so much more you can do. If you speak with my associate in the lounge area of Drazana Station, you will be patched directly through to me. Do not keep me waiting.
Section 31, let's go.
Place this device in your ear and act as though you're speaking with me. Patching you through to Drake now.
We've been working on getting someone inside the Tal Shiar. Before we start filling you in on our plans, tell me why you want to do this.
For the good of the Romulan Republic.
I've heard you were at Veranaut. Nasty business. Easy to build a vendetta from something like that. A person in your situation might have some pent-up rage, emotions that could overwhelm you in a critical moment. I don't have time to waste on someone with a grudge.
As terrible as Veranet was, it's simply the most recent example of the Tal Shiar's crimes. I want to expose those crimes to the entire galaxy.
Good enough. This information may prove useful to the Romulan Republic. I'm willing to pass it along in the hope of having the favor repaid in the future. We'll be ready to act when you are.
Okay.
The information is valid, and our allies seem eager to assist. Still, I worry about what type of favor they will ask of us in the future. Nevertheless, we're going to use this opportunity to try to insert you into the Tal Shiar. You'll pose as someone who wants to join them, gain their trust, and then use that to infiltrate their operations. To help sell your story, our allies in Starfleet have agreed to launch a staged attack on a known Tal Shiar base. You'll use this attack to get inside their organization. Take these patterns for replicating Tal Shiar uniforms. You might want to dress the part.
Nah, be fine.
Was there something you needed? You've proven that you're willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. That is an important quality in someone that is about to sneak into the very heart of the Tal Shiar disguised as one of their own. I have sensitive information that is not safe to transmit over subspace. Please rendezvous with me on Drazana Station in the Beta Quadrant.
Like they wouldn't be able to recognize me because I'm the Borg nano
Watch the wheel.
attachments. Okay.
Was there something you needed? You're going to need a cool head to pull this off.
Okay.
Was there something you needed?
Enemy action briefing.
You've proven yourself to be capable in a difficult situation, and that's not praise I give lightly. The business with Charva was a bit messy, but you didn't get caught in her lies. That shows you have a clear head. If you're ready, we can launch our operation to infiltrate the Tal Shiar and bring back its secrets. You've already caught the attention of people in the Tal Shiar. Now we need to convince them that you're ready to switch sides. In their minds, you're already a traitor. It won't be hard for them to believe that you're ready to betray Deton as well.
What do you need me to do?
Take this isolinear chip. It has your new identity, background, and credentials. It also outlines our plan for this first operation and includes the plans for some special tools you may need. In short, you're going to warn the Tal Shiar base in the Unroth system of a pending Federation attack and assist them in fighting off the Force. In the confusion, you'll have an opportunity to plant some of the data packets on the chip in the Tal Shiar network. The information on them will help sell your story. Good luck.
I'll leave for the Unroth system now. Oh, another Borg. Alright. Let's do this. Alright. To the Unroth system we go. Loading, loading, loading. Get the game a loading right. Commander, we need to convince the Tal Shiar that you're a deep cover agent ready to return. Fortunately, we have several options to do so. By flying near their relay stations, we should be able to jam them, preventing them from getting accurate information about the invasion. We can also plant falsified data in their sensor platforms, helping to substantiate our fake invasion. We've set up special unmanned decoy ships that you could destroy in order to demonstrate we are on their side. And finally, we could drive off the attack fleet by attacking our forces. Don't worry, they've been instructed to feign defeat and warp out before being destroyed. Alright. Approach and Hell Tal Shiar Communications Array. Like, what are you doing here?
This system is under the control of the Romulan Star Empire. Leave immediately or we will open fire. This is your only warning.
Access code Gamma 40 Zulu.
Who is this? How do you have that access code?
There's no time for questions. An invasion fleet is on its way.
Nonsense. We haven't had any indication of an enemy fleet in this sector. Sensors are completely clear of any intruders. Except you.
They're moments away. Get ready. Can I assimilate the ships? Nope, guess not. This in the background. They're buying it. Come on, turn, you big hunk of junk. Grab this too while we're here. this. Oh, can I look at it now? I can. You'll be infiltrating Tal Shiar with the assistance of Allied intelligence. Your allies have planned an attack on Tal Shiar's installation in the UNRWA system. Arrive at the system ahead of the battle force and warn the Tal Shiar of the impending attack. With access codes obtained from the operatives already inside the Tal Shiar and some specialized gear, hope that you will be able to convince the Tal Shiar that you're a deep cover operative ready to rejoin them. Provide replicator plans for Tal Shiar uniform, as well as schematics for a small explosive device that will not be picked up by Tal Shiar systems, and a pistol that fires a tight band transfer beam, along with holographic make it appear your target has been disintegrated. It is not an official action. If you're exposed as a spy, reasonable attempts will be made to extract you and your crew from Tal Shiar custody. There will be no official acknowledgement of your mission or your existence. Going, they haven't noticed us. Guess we get all the sensor platforms while they fight. Tal Shiar communications, right? It's a big station, not gonna lie. There's that one right there, too. Just a few more. That one? You want me to go to that one? Okay. Sure. Why not? Just fight another. Charge channel. Stick around and join the fight.
It seems we're doubly fortunate.
Doubly?
Indeed. We were able to acquire some of the attackers from the Starfleet ships. They are being held in our brig. I'm sure the interrogation will be fruitful.
I will assist in the interrogation. Captain, the Tal Shiar have transmitted coordinates for the lead vessel's brig. They want you to beam directly there. Alright. Sure, just beam a Borg Queen right above your ship. That sounds smart. I'm gonna simulate the whole damn thing, starting with the people.
Your weapons have been specially modified for this mission. When fired, they'll emit a tight band transporter beam along with a holographic effect that'll make it appear your target has been disintegrated. If you can arrange a situation where you'll shoot a hostage, that person will be transported to our sickbay. These are your only weapons, and if the Tal Shiar get a chance to examine them, they will see through the ruse. Also, a distraction or two could be very helpful. Drake's provided a few things that could work. Keep your eye out for places where you can use them.
There's 2 anomalies in the area. Hit the Borg triple for good luck. No one here. I'll just stick this right over here. Oh, excuse me. It seems we got some free thoron particles over here. There's a leak or something.
Don't shoot. I'm Sub-Commander Kimmich, and I'm your ally. I believe in Deton's movement, and I wish to help in whatever way I can. Now I work inside the Tal Shiar, in concert with Starfleet, and a most unusual group of intelligence officers. I can buy you some time in the Security Sub-Commander's office, and give you a code that will erase all trace of anything you access in the computer system. Perhaps you can find a way to help the prisoner escape. You must hurry. I've seen what happens to those left to the tender mercies of the Tal Shiar. The Security Sub-Commander's office is just down the hall and to the right.
All right. Interesting. Think they'll mind if I take a quick peek. Access verified. Greetings, Sub-Commander Kimmich. Display prisoner records. Accessing database. Cell 1 unoccupied. Cell 2 subject 12. Cell 3 pending. Individual records access denied. Menu. Display security logs. Subject 12 process moved to cell 2. Subject 11 attempted escape. Disciplinary actions taken. Enemy fleet engaged. Lieutenant Jane Frederick acquired. Designation registration Lieutenant Jane Frederick as Subject 47. Subject 47 moved to Interrogation 1. Subject 47 awaiting interrogation. Pending request. According to the computer, Subject 47 is Lieutenant Jane Frederick. She's already been taken to an interrogation room. We need to get there if they're going to have any chance of getting her out of here without further harm.
I tried to stall the Security Sub-Commander, but he's on his way to his office. Get out of there now.
The prisoner is being prepped for interrogation.
The cover identity you were provided outranks the Security Sub-Commander. If you claim the right to interrogate the prisoner alone, he will back down. Few stand up to the Tal Shiar and live. A successful ruse might save you, and the prisoner. Hurry and alter the surveillance system feed. I'll go to the holodeck, link into the internal sensors from there, and create an alternative view of what is going on inside the interrogation room.
Understood. Oh. What are you doing in my office?
What are you doing in here? This is a restricted area.
A child could have breached your security protocols.
How dare you? Who are you?
I'm your superior officer.
Superior? I will not stand for insults in my own office from suspicious officers. Commander Janek will...
I am the agent who just saved your life, Sub-Commander. Commander Janek invited me on this ship.
Commander, Yes. Of course, Commander Janek knows that you're here.
That much is obvious. Has the prisoner said anything useful?
The prisoner is a human lieutenant from the USS Deneva. She has been most uncooperative, but a single human female is nothing compared to my security team.
I will assume responsibility for interrogating the prisoner.
You want to interrogate the human?
Are you hard of hearing, or are you merely incompetent?
The attack by the Federation did result in some damage to the ship. Perhaps I am suffering some temporary hearing loss. I will be certain to check in with sickbay. In the meantime, how might I assist?
Very well. I will interrogate the prisoner. See, I am not disturbed.
Understood, sir. The prisoner has been secured in Interrogation Room 1. It is down the hall and to your right. My officers will be close at hand, should you need further assistance.
To be fair, I am incompetent, sir. See to it. I accidentally push buttons, the enemy ships explode for some reason. Fire all red lasers, fire all green lasers, and fire some blue ones for good measure. Clean up with that one. It's the turbo lift. One is more of an oops, all blue lasers sort of too.
Lieutenant Jane Frederick, Starfleet ID number 24601.
Not with the Tal Shiar.
Lieutenant Jane Frederick, Starfleet ID number 24601. I don't have anything else to say to you.
Intelligence sent me. No one was supposed to be captured.
That's exactly what the Tal Shiar would say.
I disabled the surveillance feed. Code Alpha Bravo 9.
That's a legitimate code. You're one of Daton's followers? It's possible the Tal Shiar could have cracked our codes, but supposing I believe you, what then?
Here's my plan.
So you're going to pretend to interrogate me, and we need to sell the Tal Shiar on the story. Once we've done that, you'll detonate a charge and I'll make a run for it. And then you'll shoot me with a concealed transporter beam. I'll give you credit, the Tal Shiar won't be expecting this.
These plain lasers don't seem to work, Captain. Then fire the laserdiscable! Right, we don't have much time. To be fair, there are more explosive variety, like flying mini obers at the enemy. Won't tell you anything. Begin fake interrogation. Loosen restraints. Yell questions. Monster. Threat prisoner.
I think that'll do it. Any more and they might become suspicious. What's next?
I'll set off the explosive. Get ready to run.
I'll be ready. Just make sure you're the one who shoots me. I'd rather not die today.
Ready in 3, 2, 1. Those restraints were not secured properly. Must I do everything myself?
She looked like the type to make a run for it. I should have warned you, sir. I'm sorry you had to take personal action. I'll remind my teams to be more alert next time. But did you get any useful information before she died?
No. What was that explosion, Sub-Commander?
It looks like we took some additional damage in the fight with the Federation. I assure you my people have full control of the situation. The other prisoner will have no opportunity to escape, sir.
See that they don't. Dismissed. Oh, really?
The Starfleet officer should be safe, but we have another problem. Janek captured the captain of the USS Nor, and she will go to great lengths to learn all that a Starfleet captain knows.
3, 2, 1. Fire the lactose intolerance beam. Sir, that weapon's illegal in 3 quadrants, but effective. Firing now! Should never have let me on board.
How unfortunate. It would have been preferable if you had not killed the prisoner, but I understand that you didn't have a choice. As you said, she was attempting to escape. All is not lost. I will get the information you failed to collect from Captain Sovan.
I see. What does Captain Sovan have to say? I have nothing to say to you, or other agents of the Tal Shiar. As you wish, Vulcan. Here's the hint of a nod return. How else might I help the Tal Shiar?
The Tal Shiar thanks you for your assistance, but I have everything under control now.
Blip!
What? Computer, activate stasis field.
Stasis field activated.
Oh, got him.
We took some damage in the attack. Nothing that can't be repaired. Thank you for your assistance. You will be contacted when the Tal Shiar has need of your skills again. Dismissed.
Yes, Commander. Yep, he's in stasis.
I'll do what I can for Captain Sovan. Maybe I can find a way to get him back to the Federation. But you must leave now, or Janek will be suspicious. She's not easy to fool.
Sir, are you ready to return to the Borg Juggernaut 001? Beam me up, Snotty.
I know you're taking a great risk in contacting me, but I wanted to congratulate you on a job well done. Drake reports that the Federation forces were successful in their ruse, and the fact that you're still alive to hear this transmission is a good sign that the Tal Shiar have accepted you. Commander Janek should be contacting you soon. Our intel indicates that she has been assigned as your Tal Shiar handler. Do what she asks. We will work on extracting the captain. However, once someone is in the Tal Shiar's clutches, getting them out again is easier said than done.
Ambiplasma envelope? Yeah, let's go with the better plasma infuser.
The Tal Shiar is quite impressed with your action.
Alright. More duty officers! Yay! Story shields, remove hostile boarding parties, applies turn rate, debuff tachyon beam, science team and buff. Okay. So let's slot this right here. Good, extra plasma damage. Always appreciated. Tal Shiar deflector array. Extra stealth value, stealth. I don't need all that. Does have a value of 0 though, which is interesting. I don't need it. Too bad it doesn't give me anything for doing. Hey, we got another weapon slot. Excellent. Alright, let's see. Let's get access to our bank real quick. Bank. Well, let's go with critical damage, type 2 damage, critical hit damage 2. Let's go with this one. Nice. Still need a better warp core. Got another science console. You can place. Well, let's put this here. Let's take this one out. And let's see, do I want the RCX accelerator or weapon? You know what, let's put this in too. Just stack on the plasma damage. So we still got engineering console and tactical console to unlock as by leveling up. Traits. And let's see, 2 more space points. Let's go ahead, more shield penetration. Improve shield penetration, advanced shield penetration. Sounds good to me. I get, let's see, either threat control, additional threat generation with threatening stance or minus, or hanger weaponry. Yeah, let's do threat control. So do we, but, oh, we do have threatening stance, okay. Yeah. Wait, do I already have Nadian inversion on the... I do not. Okay, so that's something I'll have to remember to click. Alright. So with that... Our bridge officers. A little bit extra dilithium to go on. If I get Sorry and Brandy, I need to hold on to it. Oh, the loves. Anything else diplomatic? Not that I can do. Science. Scan unstable DNA sequence fragments. Can't do anything with any of these. Engineering. Experimental warp core upgrades. That might be good. Definitely needs a better warp core. Military. Nothing I could do yet. Exploration. Analyze probe for alien artifacts. Analyze xenobiological apparatus for genetic sequencers. Chart unstable anomalies. Ooh, investigate temporal anomaly. I just need an astromech probe. We can afford that. Is this the one where we get the LRian? think it might be. Was it exploration? Yeah. Okay. Well, that is that. Well, everyone, that is all the time that I have for Star Trek Online. I thank you all so much for coming out and hanging out with us. For those of you on YouTube, thank you for watching the video. I will be doing more streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes Saturday. So the next stream will be Genshin Impact on Friday. So be sure to check me out there. And follow me on my socials at Lord Castlestone on X, and Kefka Castlestone at Blue Sky Social. You can also, for those of you on Twitch, you can check me out on YouTube to find out, or to see these videos when they go live on the YouTube channel. U-Boot. The U-Boot channel. Alina! Welcome in! You get to join us as we raid somebody. But thank you so much for the raid. You made it to another stream. Yay! Alina, thank you so much for coming in. Let me give you a shout out real fast. Hey! There we go. Please check out Elena for me. Show them some love. Drop them a follow. These episodes will be going up on YouTube, which I am putting together a playlist. So if you want to binge watch them, we currently have episodes 1 through 3 in the playlist, and I will be parceling out 4, 5, and 6 as I get the edits done. So we shall combine our forces for this raid. Thank you so much, everybody. I look forward to seeing more of y'all out there. And as always, I will see y'all in the next one. Love y'all. Bye-bye! Alright, let's find somebody to raid.